Alrighty, getting this set up a little bit more figured out. Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about a couple different things. I've been doing a little bit of research into decentralized exchanges. Kind of came in as a topic that I was interested in exploring here, and so I wanted to take an opportunity to kind of go through these. I'm a little bit later than I normally am, so my apologies for that. If you look in the description below, I've done research on about 9 different decentralized exchanges that I could find. I couldn't find any more other than that. The only one that I have an account with is CryptoBridge, and so I'm going to show you guys basically this right here. So this is CryptoBridge. This is basically a very let me get this set up here a little bit better. This is an application you download onto your computer and have it set up as an exchange. And so here you can the active nodes, available nodes, and so these are nodes for this particular exchange. Now I don't have very much in here. I only got like let's see here if I can go here to my balances. I only got like 0.1 Bitcoin, and I used it to buy Smart, because when I was checking into that particular coin, this was the best rate that I could find, and so it incentivized me to set up an account. As far as I know, these really don't have like affiliate structures to get people involved with the project. They're basically applications that you download onto your computer and set up, and it runs a particular aspect of the platform. And so it's a little bit different than your traditional exchange, where you have kind of some sort of central point or authority that's kind of overseeing the exchange, whether it's a company, whether it's whatever it is. With a decentralized exchange, what you have is kind of a next breed of cryptocurrency technology, where the powers, it's kind of like an end-to-end user application with no essential middleman. So I think what you saw here in January is you saw a lot of people that were the internet's a little bit Wi-Fi, my apologies for that. So what you have here recently is you've had the crackdowns on some of the lending platforms, where you've seen cease and desist action towards some of these platforms. And so the element of having some sort of decentralized application or program that's running is that there's essentially no one to send a cease and desist letter to. It's decentralized. It's being run on all of the users that are involved in the network. This reminds me a little bit of something like BitTorrent technology, which was something that came on in the mid 2000s, and really kind of exploded in popularity as a means to distribute large file sizes, so, whether it's movies or all kinds of different digital content it's easier to have to share some of those resources. It was basically set up as a platform where you're seeding your particular files, and so people can download a particular packet or a small aspect of the file that you are in possession with. And so in order to do that, you have to have the program running on your computer, which is a little bit different than if you're just comparing it to cryptocurrency exchanges. If you're in a cryptocurrency exchange and you're essentially logging in, and at some point you can log out. You're not connected actively in any way. It's on your computer, and that's why it's kind of determined as a hot wallet. Essentially something where you're not in possession of your keys. You're putting it over to another company. Now, I have a bunch of different links with different exchanges that I've been experimenting with. I'm in about 20 different exchanges, very small amounts in a lot of them. But it's also a good way to kind of diversify and spread out your cryptocurrency portfolio, which is what I've been advocating for people that have been following me. And so that's one of the things I just kind of wanted to go over is I thought it was really interesting to see the some of these platforms and the volumes that we're seeing in those platforms. And so what I did with the description is I ranked the platforms that we're seeing the most amount of trading volume. So the one on the top, let's see here, if I can bring this up. So Waves was one that was very high in volume. You can see here, volumes today are at about $372,000. Now this is a decentralized exchange that is running on the Waves token. A lot of the trading is done with Waves pairs, and you're seeing some of the same things with a platform like Stellar Decentralized Exchange. So all of these are trading against Stellar. So the full list of the decentralized exchanges is in the description below. Those are the 9 that I was able to find. And I think that there's some different things. So this is the smallest decentralized exchange that I could find, 73,000 in trading. So not a whole lot, and it's basically being done on this WETH pair. Now there's, let's take a look. So this is the Stellar term, and this is the Stellar Decentralized Exchange Network. So you can kind of see a little bit here. I think I haven't had a chance to really kind of look into this, a whole lot. You can, this is kind of gives you a rough overview. Just kind of flipping through these, it's basically a platform to buy and sell and trade, but you need to have this running on your computer. Bisq is another one. This is one that apparently has some really interesting innovation behind it. Doesn't have a whole lot of volume in trading, and so it's probably something to keep in mind, but this gives you a little bit of a quick peek. This is Komodo's decentralized exchange, the Barter Dex. So this is another one that kind of falls into that category, a very interesting platform. And we're seeing, let's take a look. I want to look at, let's see if I can. Take a look at the amount of trading in this exchange. So there's not a whole lot. This is apparently nothing. It's very, very low, and this may have something to do with just the newness of this platform. I don't know a whole lot about it. Let's take a look. Komodo's one that I've bought into. I think it's an interesting technology, and but this is one that kind of needs to be taken. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that to load. This is a crypto bridge. So again, this is kind of the one that, the only one that I'm currently have an account with, and that's the one that I'm maybe recommending at this point, because when I was looking to buy Smart, I'll take a look at that in a sec, but that was, I had a really good price on this platform, and it had a lot of other coin pairs, and so I thought it was worth downloading. So this is Oasis Dex. This is another one that has a decent amount of volume in trading. Let's take a look at the trading. So almost 500,000 in trading today, and it's basically only these 3 pairs that is trading here. So these may take a little bit more research to kind of look into, and I encourage people that are on this live stream that are watching this video after the fact, if you have some thoughts on some of these different exchanges and wanted to give a little bit of your input, more than willing to kind of take some of those thoughts on and whatnot. So this one's still loading. Some of these are going to be probably a little bit more problematic than others. This is currently the largest one. So IDEX. This one has, if we take a look at the volumes and trading, you can see 1.6 million in trading, and fairly spread out. And a lot of coins, though, that I don't know a whole lot about. I don't know much about some of these different pairs. You know, I'm just trying to find to see if there's any, you know, VeChain is the only one I really recognize here. Referendum, maybe just need to kind of move down the list. So there's, looks like a lot of the trading that we're seeing right now is with, you know, a lot of coins that maybe don't have a whole lot of market depth. However, once you start getting into kind of the ones past 20, you're seeing a little bit more of your coins that are, at least that we've seen a little bit more. Polymath, EOS, Tron. But what's interesting and what I like about this is there is a lot to choose from. You know, Quash was one that was trending for a little while, OMG. So it's very possible that you could get into some of these and you can get into some of these different coin pairs at a pretty good rate. So those are the decentralized exchanges. I want to check in with the chat here for a little bit. How do you convert to fiat? BitPay. BitPay's one. The Shift card is another. So, I mean, right now I've just been kind of eating the fees and just, you know, transferring out here into Vietnamese Dong. You know, it's, the fees are only like $1 or something, so it's not too bad. I'm not really sure what I might be getting as far as fees on the other side. I know I've been getting a lot of foreign transaction fees. So I just figure that kind of comes with the territory, and the money that I'm using as my daily spending money goes pretty far. So I'm not too worried about it at this point. I'm also in Social Wallet, but proof of weak hands is awesome. I see my ETH multiplying. Yeah, so one of the things that kind of got me into looking into this was the aspect of smart contract like proof of weak hands that acts very much like a Ponzi scheme. In fact, I think that's, from what I've heard, that is the way they have that structured in the white paper. You know, there's a lot of kind of ways that I could kind of, you know, take the conversation in terms of looking into that, because there's been some things that I've kind of looked at in terms of, you know, there was digital currencies that were around before Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin was not the first digital currency. It's just that a lot of the digital currencies that were in their infancy were highly illegal. And there's a lot of people that were doing a lot of, that were getting persecuted because of getting into these digital currencies, and they're kind of looking at it as something that was kind of, you know, like money laundering in a way. And so there's some different kind of, you know, beginner steps as to kind of how some of these things really start to catch on. You know, BitConnect was a huge one. And so BitConnect, there was a lot, you know, when I had originally got in, was when it was just under $50 million in terms of its market cap. And, you know, it ballooned all the way to almost 3 billion in its market cap. And then, you know, it's crashed all the way down. And now I don't even know if it has 10 million in its market cap. It's completely collapsed. And part of that is just because of, you know, the way the platform was structured, or perhaps what, you know, there's something where they may have come under fire from government, you know, regulatory authorities. I mean, that's essentially been the story, is that they were getting DDoS attacked. So, but who knows? You know, we're just kind of, you know, having to kind of run with our experiences in this space, and so that's, you know, that's just something that comes with the territory, I guess. So I'm not invested in proof of weak hands, and I know that's been something that a lot of people are interested in. You know, I want to look into it a little bit more before I kind of give my thoughts on it. You know, I think some of the foundations for something like that working are going to be, I think there's some elements to some of these decentralized exchanges, and that is kind of the next step that I'm seeing with a lot of the ways that exchanges are going to have to shift their focus. To give you an example, like what we've just seen with the #1 exchange in the world, Binance, is moving their entire operation to a tiny island in the Mediterranean because of the regulatory environment. There is their their best shot at basically doing crypto to fiat currencies in a lot of different currencies. Now, if we're looking at the exchanges, pull these exchanges up. Bear with me 1 second. My internet's kind of slow today. Here we go. Okay, so Binance is still the #1 exchange in the world. Now Binance is still fairly new to the crypto space. They've pretty much have been advertising that they're headquartered in Hong Kong. They've got a lot of offices over there. They're running the exchange through Korea. And part of that is because that's, at the current crypto climate, that's the best, strategy for them. Huobi, OKEX, large Asian exchanges that are doing quite a bit of volume. Bitfinex, also in Hong Kong. Upbit, Korean exchange, and then you start seeing BitThumb, the Korean exchange, Kraken, GDAX, Bitstamp, and you can kind of also look at the volumes of trading. Over 200 million. Nothing really too crazy. The largest pair right now is Bitcoin to USD, is kind of what we're saying. So that's the largest pair right now is in Bitfinex. So, there's just a lot of consolidation happening right now in the market. Bitcoin dominance is way up. The market cap is way down. It's 250 million in terms of its market cap. Hasn't been the most exciting times in the cryptocurrency space. The market is just really quiet right now. Everything's kind of retracted. Everyone is just kind of hodling and just waiting for the market to come up, before getting back in and maybe starting to get into trading again, where we might see volumes increase. We were seeing, $1 billion, between $2 and $3 billion in trading with certain cryptocurrency pairs, just not too long ago. We're not seeing that right now. So everything, all of the volumes in trading are just way, way down. Uphold Exchange, I'm not familiar with that one. Does it come up in CoinMarketCap? No, it's not coming up in CoinMarketCap, so. But probably take a few more questions, then get off the exchange, or get off the live stream. It's mainly my fault for getting on so late, so I think a lot of people are asleep right now. But I wanted to kind of go over these. I'm going to try to pick some different topics to kind of go through different things that I'm seeing right now in the cryptocurrency space. Tomorrow, I'm going to a local mining operation here in Vietnam, and I'm going to be doing some video. I might do a live stream there. I think that's it's going to be a really interesting trip. I want to get into mining. The only mining operation that I went to, which was 100% legit in my mind, was Gigawatt Mining in Eastern Washington. I did a tour of that facility. You can kind of check that out in one of my older videos. That I've been hearing rumors that they were getting sued, that their Gigawatt token didn't really perform very well. Let's see if it's even showing on CoinMarketCap. Like they were trying to tokenize Gigawatt token. So I'm not really sure what's been going on. There's been a lot of bad press though, and I'm too far away at this point to really kind of know. But they've got a $2 million dollar market cap in their coin. It's only really being traded on EtherDelta. Another decentralized exchange. That's probably one I should add to the list. The way I understand it, EtherDelta is a decentralized exchange. So let's take a look at EtherDelta real quick, actually. I have an account with them and I was trying to transact and I got stuck. So I haven't really checked back in. I know I got money on that in that account. So yeah, here we go. It's 600 to 700 million in terms of trading, and you can see a lot of the, you know, the pairs being traded against Ethereum. That's kind of what you're seeing. But there's, you know, again, you know, a little bit more familiarity with a lot of these cryptocurrency pairs, I guess you could say. There's been different ones that have been trading at times, but you can see the 24-hour volume. I don't know how accurate some of that data is though, but just to give you guys a little bit of a peek, I gotta get back into this, but I guess now they're calling it fork delta. But again, I just, the interface, kind of getting into this thing and transacting, I didn't have very much that I was transacting with. I was just kind of experimenting with it, but I wasn't able to push any orders through. And so I got to do a little more research onto why that is, you know, at least if nothing else, just to pull my money out. But as far as I know, it's perfectly fine. I know it's probably user error, something I'm doing wrong. Yeah, it seems when a mining operation gets big, the government wants to say. And I don't know what the situation is here with this mining operation, because there's an expat here in Saigon that I know, and he did you know, he's getting into cryptocurrency. He does kind of like motivational type videos or kind of business related videos. Hasn't really gotten into crypto a whole lot, but he's, you know, he's investing in crypto by investing in mining, and he's investing in mining with this company that's doing it out here, but he didn't give any information on the company or the company name. And part of that might have something to do with the legality aspects to some of these here in Vietnam. They're still a little bit, you know, not wanting to really come out and, you know, like advertise, I guess. I don't know, like I got to go there and check it out. But I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour of mining here in Vietnam. So that should be very interesting. Other than that, if you guys have any more things you want to chat about after the stream, leave them in the comment section below. All right, take it easy.